Hello, everybody. It's your girl Annie from Medical School Life, and today you're getting ready with me. All right. So, what is on my agenda for today? Why do I have to get ready? Well, I am meeting with the new students, freshmen as you were, and probably some upperclassmen here in Lublin or at the Medical University of Lublin in Poland. And I started thinking about, what advice could I give to people who are entering med school and maybe they're eventually going to enter the workforce and they're young, maybe in their 20s, could be teenagers, because here you can go to med school, right from high school. And I thought about it and I said, the one thing that I really appreciate my mother instilling in me is integrity. And that means take responsibility for your actions. Yep, take responsibility. If you mess up in life, because listen, we all make mistakes. Every last one of us, we make mistakes. If you make a mistake, take responsibility for it. Don't blame the person next to you. Don't blame your upbringing. Don't blame, anybody else, the weather. I was sick, I wasn't feeling. No, just say, you know what? I messed up. I messed up and I blew it. People respect that. Now, does that mean you're going to escape the consequences? Nope. But let me tell you something about consequences. They're there for you to learn. If you don't get consequences because of your actions, you're never going to learn the lesson. And I want to say this, the one thing that my parents and my aunts and them were serious about was lying. They did not like lying. Now, you could do something and you were going to get the consequences. But they felt, oh my gosh, Lord help you if you lie. Oh my gosh. It's one thing to get caught. It's another thing to stare somebody in their face and say, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. No. Oh my gosh. You want to talk about a punishment? You want to talk about a spanking to beat all spankings? Man, just get caught in a lie. That is like the worst thing. So I think if I'm going to say anything to give people a step up in life, it would be your integrity. Hold on to that at all costs. Don't compromise your integrity for anybody or anything, even if that means you're going to reap the consequences of it. Maybe you'll lose a job, maybe you'll lose a relationship. It could be a number of things that could happen because you have to fess up to what happened and what you did. And I'm going to be honest with you. There are times when you're in a leadership role and you're responsible for other people, and you know what? They mess up. But guess what? You can't even point to them. If that's your team, I'm sorry, you're going to have to take the hit for your team. You know how they say take one for the team? That's just the way it is. When your boss says, hey, what happened? this got messed up. You can't be like, well, you know, Sally and Jenny and they didn't do. No, you have to say, listen, it's my fault. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna get on top of it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna handle it. Now, you don't throw anybody under the bus. You took responsibility. You let them know you're going to handle it. And let me tell you something. People respect that. People respect that. And you know what? The person that messed up, they're going to also respect you because they're going to be like, wow, this person could have just sealed my fate. You know, you could have just sealed that person's fate and said, yeah, you know, Billy Bob, this, that, and the other, he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. And, you know, this is why this happened. And, you know, you get into a long old conversation other than, you know what, you're right. It was a mix up. We're going to fix it. I'm going to fix it. You know, because if that's your team, you're responsible for your team. Sorry. And if you don't want that to happen, then don't be in a leadership role. Don't look for it. Don't put your hand up. Just be part of the team, you know, and, you know, just be a worker bee. Just be a worker bee. But if you want to be in charge, these are the things that come with being in charge. And I'm saying that because, believe it or not, some people don't know that. Some people have not been in a supervisory role, or they didn't get that lesson at home that, you know what, don't lie. Take responsibility. You know, they grew up and maybe they got away with a lot of stuff, you know. They were able to just get away with it and get away with it and get away with it. And then their character never got developed. So they're not the type of person that would say, you know what, I'm just going to do what I got to do. I'm going to go in here and tell these people what happened and let the chips fall where they may. Yes, because let me tell you something. When you have integrity, you're just like, you know what, I'm going in here. They can kill me, but they can't eat me. And if they eat me, so what? I'm dead. You know. And I know I've said that before, but I think as we get closer and closer to becoming physicians and things like that, we're going to be in a very high stress situation. And, you know, there's going to be times when you make a mistake and it can be a serious mistake. And you may get the urge to say, oop, wasn't me. I didn't do it. I had nothing to do with it. And not only deny that it was you, point the finger at someone else. I think so and so did it. That ain't cool. That ain't right. You know, it's one thing if you had nothing to do with it and you just say, you know what, it wasn't me. I don't know what happened, but I know it wasn't me. That's it. That's all you need to say. But let me just say, if it was you and you made the mistake, and you do everything you can to avoid taking responsibility, you have a character flaw. You really do. You have a character flaw. And I hate to tell you, you're going to work with people who have character flaws. It's going to be disheartening. It's going to be frustrating, you know, because maybe they didn't watch my video. And so when things go down, you're the one standing there going, you know what, I'll take care of it. But I can tell you one thing, in my life, whether it was my fault or not my fault, on the job or anywhere else, when the rubber met the road, I didn't really care whose fault it was, to be honest with you guys. I was just like, look, we got to find a solution. I'll take the lead and we'll get it done. And I would always go to my supervisor and say, look, I got it. Don't worry about it. I'll take it. I'll take it from here. I got it. And it won't happen again. Trust you me. You know, and that was whether it was my fault or not. And you can say, oh, Annie, you that's crazy. Why would you do that? You know, because I'm part of a team. I look at it that way, you know, and I was confident in my skills that even if it wasn't me, I know I could right the ship. You know, That's the one thing. Be confident in your skills. You know, listen, know what you know. Know what you know and be good with it. And then when things go awry, you can step into that leadership role and you can say, listen, I got it. It might not have been me that jacked this up, but I'll take it from here. And people will be, more apt to say, you know what? I respect that. I respect that. She didn't point a finger or he didn't point a finger. They just stepped in and did what was necessary for the team. And have I had to do that? Yep, sure have. I was in the military. I was in the Marine Corps. I know what it's like to be part of a team and dealing with life and death situations. I know what that's like, training. You got some people who are a little behind the curve, who need a little bit longer to catch up. And what you going to do? Just stand there and watch them? No, you're going to have to, help them. You're going to have to carry that extra weight or you'll all perish. That's the way I look at it. So I wanted to say that to you today, that integrity is so important. Your integrity. And it doesn't have anything to do with your job. It has to do with your character. Your personal character. So, when it comes down to it, be a leader. Step into that role. Know your worth. And know that you can handle the consequences, good, bad, or indifferent. If you made a mistake, you made a mistake. You'd be like, you know what? I'll face the consequences. It was my bad. I did it. That's the way it is. So I'm going to have to live with it. And let me tell you something. The one thing you'll always be able to know in the end is that you didn't compromise to get away from the consequences. That's why people end up in jail. That's why people end up, estranged from their family. It's true. Because they just do not want to take responsibility for their actions. They just won't. And it strains relationships. It really does. If you're in a marriage, it can put a real kink in that situation, or boyfriend, girlfriend, even in, just platonic friendships, you don't want to take responsibility because people catch on to that real quick. Let me tell you, they do. And after a while, people are like, I'm not even trying to be bothered. My blush, get my blush going. So I love having these conversations with you guys. I really do. And I hope you do too. When you get ready with Annie. Yes. And we just put our little face on. And I'm getting ready to go meet these newbies. And welcome them into med school. See if I can be of any assistance to them. Whatever they need, whatever I can do to make their journey a little less painful. And that's the thing. Just because my journey was painful, does that mean I have to just let the other people suffer? No. I mean, listen, med school's already hard. So if I can soften the blow in some way and somebody, and I can be of some help to some people, then I will. All right, guys. Again, under 15 minutes. I think I'm going to break my record one day, But I love you guys. I thank you for getting ready with me. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.